everybody, and welcome to the channel. It's Paulie, Esther here, and today we're going to talk about Freddy Krueger, and we're going to need the tinfoil hat for this one. I know many of you have missed the tinfoil hat, so we're going to make a triumphant return. My friend Bridget sent me this article from Fangoria, so we're going to read it, and we're going to analyze a little bit here and discuss. So Fangoria says, Robert Englund sees a big opportunity in the world of animation for A Nightmare on Elm Street. More importantly, it would provide the opportunity for him to return as Freddy Krueger. And here's the image that they've used for the article. So we're going to go to the article here, and it says, here, let me drop this down so you can see that this is indeed from Fangoria, and it is an exclusive to Fangoria. Exclusive, Robert Englund would return as Freddy for an animated Elm Street. The slasher legend sees a big opportunity to explore the franchise outside of live action. Dead by Daylight, A Nightmare on Elm Street, credit Behavior Interactive. All right, here we go. Robert Englund is one of only 2 actors to play Freddy Krueger in a movie. He played Freddy in every single movie in the franchise, in fact, except for the 2010 remake of A Nightmare on Elm Street, which saw Jackie Earle Haley briefly don the claws. But for a great many horror fans out there, Englund is the one and only Freddy. Agreed. The actor has firmly ruled out a return to the role in live action. Animation, however, that's a different story. I recently had the very good fortune of speaking with Robert Englund in honor of the first 7 Nightmare on Elm Street movies making their way to 4K Ultra HD this month, and during the conversation, I asked the actor if he would be open to reprising his role as Freddy in an animated project. He is indeed open to the prospect, if not enthusiastic about it. And here's what he had to say. Oh, sure. I mean, I'm really busy with voice work anyway. I just did Pinocchio Unstrung, and I'm the evil cricket. I like that idea. When I do cons and film festivals, I'm confronted with so much great illustration art of Freddy Krueger, conceived in so many ways, whether it's the storyboards of a great violent graphic novel, or a comic book, or posters, or even a comedy take on Freddy, and I love it. I know there's this whole world in animation that could take advantage of the Nightmare on Elm Street stories, which I think would be really fun, Englund added, and I'd love to contribute to that, sure. The last time Englund played the character in a movie was in 2003's Freddy vs. Jason, and he also briefly appeared in an episode of The Goldbergs, but that's been it for quite some time. The Elm Street franchise has been dormant for 15 years at this point, and Wes Craven's estate is in control of the rights, and were said to be taking pitches for a new movie several years ago, but nothing ever came of it. Animation feels like an interesting avenue for the series. Predator Killer of Killers proved that long-running horror franchises can go animated with thrilling results, and it feels like something quite a few streaming services would jump at the chance to produce, particularly with Englund involved. It seems like one of those situations where there's nothing to lose and everything to gain. It's your move, Hollywood. And that's basically it, right? So that's obviously Robert Englund in the Freddy makeup. So from one of their own magazines, Fangoria number 62, Freddy Krueger and Heather Langenkamp for Nightmare on Elm Street 3. So this was by Ryan Scott, and it's dated October 1st. So why am I showing you this? Well, the most curious thing here is the inclusion of Dead by Daylight in it. There is no mention of Dead by Daylight in the entire article. They use this image from Dead by Daylight, and I just have to wonder why. Because if you don't know, which I'm assuming that Ryan Scott does not know, this is not the Robert Englund version of Freddy Krueger. What we have here in Dead by Daylight is the 2010 Jackie Earle Haley version of Freddy Krueger. So it's curious to me why they would use this image at all in the tweet and for the article. And in my mind, it can only be one of 3 things, I guess. So if you don't know, and if you're wondering, well, why does Dead by Daylight have the 2010 reboot of Nightmare on Elm Street version, Jackie Earle Haley? Why do we even have that version anyway? So what happened was when Dead by Daylight approached the license holders, who at the time was not the Wes Craven estate, it was the movie company, they wanted the Robert Englund version of Freddy Krueger, the classic Nightmare on Elm Street, and the license holder was unwilling to give that version to Dead by Daylight. They said, you can have this new version, the Jackie Earl Haley version, or nothing. Take it or leave it. So Dead by Daylight says, well, we think reboot Freddy is better than no Freddy at all, so we'll take it. So that's the version that we have. This is 100%, most definitely, the Jackie Earl Haley version of Freddy Krueger. Nothing, absolutely nothing to do with Robert Englund. So in my mind, it can only be a couple of things here. Number one, sloppy journalism. Whoever put this together doesn't realize that this isn't Robert Englund, and they put it in here as the picture for Freddy. I don't know why they wouldn't like put just a picture of Robert Englund in Freddy Krueger makeup. Don't know why this is here at all. Number two, they're just using this as an example of Freddy Krueger existing in something outside of film where it would be voiced over because, you know, Freddy has his own grunts and things, and I guess that's voice work. But again, this isn't Robert Englund. You might as well have just put up a picture of Scary Terry from Rick and Morty here if you want to show an example of an animated version of Freddy Krueger that has nothing to do with Robert Englund. You might as well put that. And then number three, they know something we don't know, like a wink and a nod. Hey, Robert Englund wants to do some voice work on a version of Freddy Krueger, and I can't say anything right now, but wink, wink. He's coming to Dead by Daylight. I don't know. It could be also wishing and hoping that this would be something that Robert Englund would get involved in, doing the voice lines for Freddy Krueger in DBD, or a Robert Englund version of Freddy Krueger in DBD. No idea. There's absolutely no connection to Dead by Daylight in this article anywhere. So why is there an inclusion of an image from our video game in the article? No mention of the video game. Why is the video game shown here? Weird, right? So what is it? Wishing and hoping? Sloppy journalism? A wink and a nod that something that's coming, but we can't really tell you yet? Or just an example of Freddy Krueger existing in some animation thing? No idea. But I think it's just sloppy journalism personally. But if it isn't, you heard it here first that Robert Englund's coming to Dead by Daylight. All right, that's all I have for you today. I just thought this was very strange, and I wanted to run it up your flagpole and see what you think. That's all I have for you today. As always, thank you so very much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, as it helps the channel a ton, and I'm always curious to hear what you think about these videos that I make for you. Thanks again for watching. Don't forget to take care of each other in and out of the fog. We'll see you next time. Have a great day, everybody. Tinfoil hat off.
It's a Gen Rush life for us. It's a Gen Rush life for us. Set a hiding, we do gens. Set a randoms, we got friends. It's a Gen Rush life.